ones. Okay, it's recording. So I'm gonna start the timer here for 10 minutes, engaging genuinely on Instagram. So watch people's stories and leave comments and replies that have at least one full sentence, not just emojis. And then also go through your home feed and double tap to like and comment genuinely on the picture. If anything doesn't sit well with your soul, you may unfollow at that very moment. And the timer has started, y'all. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Ready to rock and roll the new week. Okay, make it count, y'all. 10 minutes. Close out of any other apps that might be a distraction.
I keep coming. I step to the battle like it's already won. Like I got the enemy on the run. I speak and believe like it's already done. In this, I will be confident. He made me a promise. He gave me a call. I know that he's able to keep me from falling. I focus my hope. My excuses are gone. The moment to prove the power of God is called. He made me a promise. He gave me a calling. I know that he's able to keep me from falling. I focus my hope. The past is gone. The moment to prove the power of God is called. In this, I will be confident. The time is now. The odds are on. The haters are loud. The pressure is on. The devil, you mess with the wrong on. I got my strength. I got my storm. And in the name of my God, I will overcome. In this, I will be confident. Consistency separates winners from wannabes. Diligence makes the difference between all-time greats and one-hit wonders. For the race is not given to the swift or to the strong, but to the one who endures to the end. So pick yourself up, shake your past off, put one foot in front of the other, and do it again. When you hear that little voice saying no one believes in you, you're too far behind, you're too small, this isn't working and this isn't worth it, another voice rises to remind you that the same power, the same strength, the same spirit that raised the Savior from a borrowed grave is alive and active in you. This is your guarantee of complete victory.
Where is Katie McNeese? There she is. I see her on, y'all. I just have to give this girl a shout out. She signed a new distributor and a loyal customer over this weekend. Yeah, big kudos because y'all, she claims that she's as yellow as B. We need to stop labeling ourselves is what I'd like to say. But she has been rocking her power hours, and because of her determination and not being scared and scooting aside that itty bitty shushin committee, she's able to do so much, and I'm very, very proud of you, Katie McNeese.
All things are started and sustained by his grace. He's never failed, never faltered, never wavered, never lost, and he's not about to start. But receiving this promise requires perseverance. For many are called, but few are chosen. Many begin, few will finish. So don't just do it again. I know sometimes it's hard to keep it moving when you can't see your progress, when you've lost your perspective, when the pain has pushed you past your breaking point. But this is no time to tap out. This is no time to back down. This is no time to turn around. Because the end of yourself is the beginning of him. The end of your strength is the beginning of his. So fix your focus, wake your courage, stir your confidence, and do it again. The dream God put inside of you is free, but to see it come to pass, you'll have a price to pay. Set your face like flint with determination and declare, I will do it again. When it doesn't make sense, I'll do it again. When I have to go against the wind, I'll do it again. When all hell is breaking loose, I will not be crippled by confusion.
Hey Diane, we're engaging on Instagram right now. So we're in the middle of our 10 minutes.
And I'm waiting for rain, but I don't see any signs. I will look again, lifting my eyes to the skies. I see a cloud the size of a man's head starting to expand. And it may start small, but little is much when God is in it. And I know I'll win if I just don't quit. Don't you dare quit. We march 6 laps, instead of walls. Oh, take another lap. You're closer than you think you are. You're closer than you've ever been before. Walk on. You've come too far to faint. He who spoke it is faithful to fulfill it. Show up today and the next day and the next day and the next day. Press till something happens. Pray till something changes. Push till something breaks. Say within yourself, whatever it takes, whatever the cost, no matter what they say, no matter what I feel, I've got a job to do, and I will see this through until God's kingdom comes and His will is done in my life. I'm leaving every excuse behind. I'm being transformed with the renewing of my mind. I'm picking up my cross and following the Lord who never stops short, who never surrenders, who said He'd never leave me or forsake me. Jesus is with me always. He came and conquered. He died and rose again. And now,
Hey ladies, what are we working on?
causing me, commanding me to breathe.
Oh, thank you, Christy. Sorry, Jen. We are liking, commenting, engaging on Instagram, y'all. Make sure you're watching people's stories and commenting there. Asking questions is good if the opportunity presents itself, because that gets people to hopefully answer your question. So that way you can continue that back and forth with the conversation with them.
In the kitchen, hot on the stove, water getting boiled. Being slow, slippy in the cookie, system overload. I've been running this rap game since I was 20 years old. I hung with the worst of them, bust of my personal, awesome, awesome, hard away, awesome, all you need, I'm awesome. Pressure up, bless your girl, don't mess with us. We We like the youth in the 80s. Back to back, set a track, hit the lick, get it back, get the trick, jump the track. Put my money back, time and time again. While I'm sipping on this gin, now they just said it best, just win, baby, win. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. Up, down, 'cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in,
Okay, guys, that 10-minute engagement timer is up. We are going to switch to 5 minutes of following new accounts on Instagram. So let me fix my camera. Give me a second. Okay, so we're going to switch to 5 minutes following new accounts on Instagram. I want y'all to pick a city and state, whether that be your city and state that you live in or a place that you want to build in, and go see who's tagged themselves in that city and state on those top posts, and then down below will be most recent posts. And go ahead, and when you click on their profiles to go to them, make sure you like and comment on a couple of pictures before you actually hit that follow button to follow them if they're a public profile. All right, so just 5 minutes on this task, y'all. Go ahead and get started. If you have events coming up, like a One Team, One Mission or something, or let's say, for example, Dallas, green carpet tour that's coming up at the end of April, you can always go to those cities around that time, like a week ahead of time or so, and start to follow those people, engage with them. Oh shoot, I mean, it works better for One Team, One Missions. Probably not green carpet. I forgot that's a distributor event. It's not a One Team, One Mission, but I think y'all get the point of it's a great way to meet new people in that city and invite them to your event.
I just thought a private dinner in the air. Trapping is a hobby, that's the way for me. Money coming fast, you never get it.
When you click on somebody's profile to follow them, obviously you'll probably know within the first glance or two whether it's somebody that you would ever want to message to add to your team or have as a loyal customer. So that's something to keep in mind. That's not me saying to judge a book by its cover, but like, for example, a video of somebody smoking blunts, I'm definitely not going to be following them because I don't have anything in common with that. So, yeah, so y'all should know right away what the vibes feel like when y'all scroll their profile. Christy. Hush. My drug of choice is dancing, so y'all know that.
The Christian life is not a playground, it's a battleground. So today, I will give no place to fear or failure. I will not accept a trace of apathy in my attitude or actions. I will reject complacency and embrace the greatness that God has planted inside of me. I will waste no opportunity to glorify God and maximize everything He has entrusted to me. I will fight. My battle is not against flesh and blood, but against a spiritual enemy who opposes me. So I will draw the battle lines and face my enemy with a bold determination. My enemy fights against me because he fears me. Every time I resist him, he must flee. And every time he reminds me of my past, I will remind him of his future. I will make no excuses, but through every obstacle I will find a way. I will not procrastinate my progress. I will not defer my destiny. I will not waver when I'm weak. I will not cower when my circumstances take a turn for the worse. Because greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. I will fight. Even if I lose the battle, I will win the war. Because I am more than a conqueror through him who loves me. I will reject the lies that echo in my mind, telling me that I don't have what it takes, that my best is behind me, or that humiliation awaits me. The devil is a liar, and my God always causes me to triumph. Through Jesus Christ, my Lord, I will fight. I'm unashamed to represent a kingdom that is unshakable. No one will be able to stand against God's plan for me all the days of my life.
Hey, how fun, Sarah.
Advance against every truth. With his help, I will scale every
Sarah's got soul this morning.
Flee 7 ways, because no weapon formed against me will prosper, and every evil thing that rises against me, I will condemn. My heart.
5-minute timer is up, y'all. We are going into heavy lifting. Okay, let me talk you through this. If you've never done this before, this is the part of our power hours where we are messaging people. No, my timer is so fast. Okay, y'all, this is the part where you're going to hit that home button on your Instagram feed there. You're going to pull down to refresh whatever comes up there next. Okay, every person who comes up in your Instagram feed on that home button, you're going to click on their user handle. You're going to go to their profile, and then you're going to make sure that you've liked and commented on a couple of their most recent photos. Once you've done so, go up to the message button, click message, and send them a super simple message, something that might say, for example, no more than 2 to 3 sentences, y'all. Something that says, I've been thinking about you. I would love to help you make some extra money from home. Or I would love to help you make some extra money from home. I think you would be awesome doing what I do. Do not shy away from this task. Use their first name if you have their first name on their profile right there readily available that you can see right away. So be like, hey, Renee, I love your profile and I would love to help you make some extra money from home. Have you ever considered doing what I do? Something along those lines, 2 to 3 sentences. Keep it super simple and don't be afraid to hit send. This is how we flex that muscle. That's how we build this muscle so that we are not afraid of doing this task and for whatever the reason, okay? So 15-minute timer starting right now, y'all. Get to work on sending 2 to 3 sentences. Do not find yourself in the black hole of just scrolling because you are afraid to send at this time. If you come across a profile and for some reason you are not confident, brave, bold enough to send them that message, you need to ask yourself, am I unwilling to be afraid and not send this message? Or would I rather unfollow this person who could eventually be my next Stephanie Dunn? So ask yourself that. Yes, use Mel Robbins, the 5-second rule, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, send, boom, done. Okay. Sarah, use the Claire Flores's message. Use the, hi Sarah, I build a full-time income from my phone and I am coming to Baltimore tonight and I have tickets for guests to attend and come and check it out for free. I think you'd be amazing at this. Can I save you a ticket? Just something along those lines, okay? Hey guys, send those messages.
each other. And we will rise, we will rise, we will rise. We'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up.
Oh, Sarah, I don't know how to search for followers by my city. Usually when I follow people, when we go through our, spend 5 minutes of following, I will save them to the collections. That's, because I follow in certain specific areas, obviously, like where I have family, where I want to travel, etc. So just get in the habit of doing that when you start to follow people. For the rest of today, save it to collection and rename that collection Baltimore, for example. And moving forward, it can be more organized. But for the rest of today, do your very best.
Just a young gun with the quick fuse. I was uptight, wanna let loose. I was dreaming of bigger things and wanna leave my old life behind. Not a yes sir, not a follower. In the box with the mold, have a seat for you. Take a number. I was lightning before the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, thunder. Thunder. Kids were laughing in my classes while I was scheming for the masses.
Y'all, my timer on the heavy lifting portion here always goes a lot faster than it normally does. So make sure we're staying on task.
In the backseat, now I'm smiling from the stage right. You were clapping in the nosebleed. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. Like how a single word can make a heart open. I'm but I can make an explosion. And all those things I didn't say were wrecking balls inside my brain. I will scream loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Give back my life song. My power's turned on. Starting right now, I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else will leave. 'Cause I've still got a lot of fire left in me. Losing friends and I'm chasing sleep. Everybody's worried about me. I'm too deep. See, I'm too deep. Watched them 2 years of missing home. There's a fire burning in my bones. Still believe. Yeah, I still believe. All those things I didn't say, wrecking balls inside my brain. I will scream out tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Give back my life song. My power's turned on. Starting right now, I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes. 'Cause I've still got a lot of fire left in me. A lot of fire left in me. Like a small bell on the ocean.
Keep messaging, y'all.
Spinning big waves.
Be intentional. Be very conscientious of what you are doing in this moment.
Can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Give back my life song. My power's turned on. Starting right now, I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes. 'Cause I still got a lot of fire left in me. No, I still got a lot of fire left in me.
Right, Kristen? I do it for myself too. It's so easy to get squirreled, especially when you're like, oh, look, what is that they're making? Oh, I'm going to click over here. Oh, well, suddenly you're 18 profiles deep and you don't even know what you're doing anymore. Yeah, no shopping, y'all. Hashtag no spend, you know? Keep your money. Hang on to it for doing good for other people, but there's no reason we need to spend.
This is me. So now, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me.
Right, Renee? And that's okay. I find them too, people who've slipped through the cracks. And you know what? We just apologize and tell them that we're just human, honestly. Be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I sent you that message a year ago. I am so sorry that I completely forgot to follow up. I so apologize, you know, just something. Because they'll be like, oh no, don't worry about it. You're okay. And be like, hey, look, a year has gone by. I'm still doing what I do. It's even bigger and better than ever. And I still think you'd be amazing doing this. Katie, that's beautiful. Men, women, they all could use it, right? That's awesome, Katie. I think the notification just hit the Office app that the ketones are available to order, but stay with me. Stay with me, y'all, okay? That counts as a squirrel. Stay right here. Stay focused. Unless you're at the JOB and you're talking to somebody at work. Okay, that 15-minute timer, boom, done. Just like that, okay? So that's why it's so important to stay on task. So drop in the chat for me, how many messages did you send this morning? It is not to judge anybody. It is an accountability. It's for you to see, what was I able to do this morning? How can I improve on my next power hour, whether that be later today, whether that be tomorrow, okay? It gets better. It's not that it gets easier, y'all. We get better. So keep sending them. Renee, we twinning this morning. All right. Okay, y'all, ready for the next task? We're going to take 10 minutes. We are going to follow up in these 10 minutes. Anybody who's fallen through the cracks that you know you've let fall through the cracks. Anybody who you know is on your list to follow up with because you've not heard back from them, or they said to follow up with them in a couple of days. Anybody that anybody you need have not heard back from, but you really have them on your hit list, your heart list, your chicken list. Send the message following up with them saying, hey, I still see you. Hey, I realized I forgot to send you my website. Here's my website. Hey, is today a good day to get on the phone? Or still think that you'd be amazing doing what I do. Anybody, for example, like ketones. Hey, our ketones is available for order today. Can I help you get started? Something along those lines, just to follow up and keep a conversation going with them. I hope you had a good weekend. I'm ready to help you get started today. Something to follow up with, all right? A funny sticker, a funny GIF, anything. So 10 minutes, y'all, is what we're doing. What you wanna say and let the words fall out. Wanna say, what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Following up, y'all. Not trying to peak on the ketones or anything like that. Follow up. The ketones will be there when we are done in 23 minutes, y'all. I promise. So, Elizabeth, when you talked to them on the phone, did you tell them that this month is the month to get enrolled to be eligible for the $5,000? I just think that mentioning that to people, telling them that we've never done this before, that this is out there and available for anybody who gets started right now. Like, they could get started right now, and even if they can't be running in the next 2 days, you know, that way at least it gets them eligible to get going so that they can reach this goal in the next 2 months. So the rest of February is a freebie. Then they have all of March, all of April to go big and get this goal and allow you to help them. So you invited them, and then Elizabeth then when you do that follow-up, be like, hey, I know that you were on that call. I just wanted to see if I can get you back on the phone to answer any questions that you might have. I don't want to seem like I'm asking you to make a big decision right this moment, but I also don't want to see you missing out on this huge opportunity for this bonus that we've never done before. I just want to see you reaching that and help you reach that if that's something I can help you do. So just emphasize to them how you want to help them go for that bonus and help them make that extra money. Yes, the $100 shopping spree is valid for the rest of the year, y'all, for anybody who gets their first 4 loyal customers in their first 30 days. I know that Pam said that from a stage. I'm pretty sure it was at conference. But now you're making me second guess myself. I'm positive. I'm like 98% positive, but I'll double check. Okay, see, Sarah's confirming for me. Ooh, Sarah, that's a great message. Elizabeth, go hop in the chat and read that message that Sarah just sent. She said, I'm saving you a training spot on my team this week. I want to help you get that $5,000 bonus by giving you as much time as possible to achieve that goal. I know that $900 a month will make a big difference for you. Are you ready to get started today? I love that. Good girl. All about the DTs, all about the LCs, y'all. And if some of your follow-ups need to happen on text or it needs to happen on Facebook Messenger, that's fine, y'all. This time is not strictly just on Instagram. Thanks for that, Christy, for that link in there. I can't wait to watch that later today. Diane, why do you find Instagram hard to use? Explain. I also love the song, by the way. Ah. Okay, the timer is done, y'all. We are going to, hang on. Let me get us going on our next task, and Diane, I'm going to talk you through this. We just spent 10 minutes there. Let me make sure we're staying on task. 10, 15, 20, 30, 40. Okay, hop into Facebook, y'all. 5 minutes here we are going to spend engaging by watching. So hopefully y'all have a potentials list on Facebook set up. But watch videos, stories. Watch stories on Facebook and engage. Go to your potentials list, that feed that you've set up on your Facebook, and interact with those potentials, your current loyal customers and your potentials on Facebook, okay? So 5 minutes. Diane, usually when people say that a platform, an app, you know, it's hard or they don't know how to use it, it's just, you got to keep using it. That's all that it is. Keep using it, keep figuring it out, because it's the same way like when computers came out, right? People didn't know how to use computers, didn't know how to manipulate computers. And then as computers started to change and adapt and everything, you know, Apple came out and everyone's like, well, I don't know about Apple. The mouse looks weird. This looks weird. This looks different. It's literally a matter of just continuing to use it regularly throughout the day. You will find it much easier to utilize it if you're using it on an everyday basis, if it becomes more familiar, if it looks more familiar to you. For now, there's Diane, I know you're in Ready to Run. Watch the Instagram 101 and 201 trainings that Kara has done so that you can be even more familiar with it. It's just a matter of starting to become better at the platform that you're trying to improve upon. Big kudos to you for being here with us every single morning. So just open it and use it and do your very best at using it. And then just let us know how we can help you with some of the tools that you need for Instagram. Oh, which reminds me, I know I said I was going to do something with the Save collection to show y'all how to do that. I will do that. I promise I will do that. I was supposed to do that already, but I will do that so that y'all can see how to utilize that to your best advantage to make it more efficient for you. So just keep going. It's going to be annoying until you figure out how to use it. Like Snapchat, I hated Snapchat when it came out, but my family was like, get on Snapchat, get on Snapchat. And we have a family chat on there. We can send pictures all day long to each other. I did not want to use Snapchat, but once I got on there and my family started sending pictures, I felt like I was right there with my family. We're all over the country, and there's 5 of us. There's a lot of us siblings, and so I felt like I was right there with my siblings. And that's what I now appreciate about Snapchat chat, is that it makes me feel like I'm right there with whomever it is that I'm snapping. So just utilize the platform every single day. We say that we don't like something only because we don't know how to use it yet, but you will love Instagram, I promise. Couple things at a time. We don't have to become masters of all of the various social media, right? So Facebook and Instagram are my top 2 to build my business upon. I use Snapchat, I use Twitter, but not necessarily. I use them to have a presence on those platforms. I don't use them to build my business on those platforms per se. All right, so we are in the middle of our 5 minutes, which goes super fast, of engaging on Facebook. You are not going to your notifications on Facebook. Don't do that yet.
I used to bite my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock my boat and make be the last one standing. 2 hands in the air, I'm a champion. You'll be looking up at me when it's over. I live for the battle, I'm a soldier. Yeah, I'm a fighter like Rocky. Put your flag on your back like Bobby. Yeah, I'm the greatest, I'm stronger. Made my dreams get loose, I'm a home, yeah. Hey, I've been working my whole life, and now it's do or die. I am invisible, unbreakable, unstoppable, unshakable. They knock me down and get up again. I am the champion. Don't know the name, you can't hurt me now. I can't feel the pain. I was made for this, I was born to win.
I was going to say, make sure you're commenting, not just liking, and the timer goes off. Yikes, guys. This is why it's so important to be intentional, because the time goes just like that. But think about how incredibly, how much more efficient we could be throughout the day if we are doing this and setting these timers for ourselves, okay? So for these next 5, we have like 9 minutes left of our power hour, y'all. 5 of these minutes, I want us to spend finding new friends. Grow our network on Facebook right now. Take 5 minutes. You can grow city and state. You can go to click a friend that maybe you went to high school with and go through their friends list if it's open and see who they're friends with that you're not friends with, but you have a lot of mutual friends with, and click add. You know, so find a way. If you have specific questions on how to grow your network on Facebook, drop them in the chat. You can also go into a Facebook community group that you belong to. And if you've been engaging well in that group and creating relationships, fostering those relationships, don't be afraid to friend some of those people too, but only if you fostered those relationships in that community page first, okay? A little dark horse for us today. Added it to our Power Hour playlist. Because if you want to be a dark horse this year, you got to do the things that you're not willing to do previously. I always want to do the ab workout, though, when I hear the song. Yay, Sarah. Ooh. Hola. Hey. Stop it. Y'all know what I'm talking about with this song and Jessica's Dance Fitness? Is it just me? Does anyone else know what I'm talking about? I'm like doing like my little ab pop right now. Yeah, y'all stuck with me, sorry. Growing our network, finding new friends. That's just our job, right, you guys? Is to make new friends and help our friends, okay? Diane. Stop it. Your abs be popping.
She's a beast. I call her Kurt. She eats your heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer. Be careful. Try not to lead her.
Hey, we got to jiggle before we can get to any other stages. So. So you love on you wherever you are at. Okay, so y'all, Michelle has a great question. If anybody wants to help her answer this, What's a good reply to send to someone who says that, yes, they are interested in earning extra money? What have y'all been sending to people who have said, yes, I want to earn some extra money? So if anybody has any to share, unmute and chat. If you're able, drop it in the chat. And then I'll add my 2 cents after y'all add any of your responses. Anybody? Bueller. Thank you, Christy Miller. Yes, get people on the phone. Tagging them in an online event, get them on the phone. Yes, I love seeing that y'all are being bold and brave enough to ask for that. That is perfect. So Michelle, get them on the phone. Be like, hey, what's your phone number and when can we get on the phone for a few minutes? Okay. And then maybe throw something in there like, you know, once they reply back, don't give them too many, you know, don't give them too long of a time gap before you call them. But yeah, so get them on the phone. That is perfect, y'all. Check the chats. Check the chats. Some good stuff going in there to help with responding to that. And here's the thing, once you get their phone number, because I've gotten people's phone numbers before, and then I call them at the time that we set up, and then they don't answer. And so, but at least now you have their phone number so that you can text them and remind them and stuff, but it's a contact phone number. They might get afraid of answering the phone and whatnot. And I always joke with them. I'll send them a message back when they don't answer and be like, hey, just in case you were screening calls, my number is this and this and this. Let's try this again because I screen calls too, so I know how it goes. So you can do something like that with them, okay? Okay, I completely forgot to set the timer while we were growing our network there. Huh. Sorry, guys. So we have like a minute left of our power hour, y'all. Use this last minute to encourage your team. This is something I'm looking to grow myself, an area that I'm looking to grow myself in this year, but love on your team, grow your team. Love on your team and send them a personal message, write on their timeline. If it's somebody, it doesn't have to be a rock star on your team. It could be somebody who's just really quiet, who's always very consistent with plugging in and whatnot, but maybe they're just not at that point where they're ready to be big and bold yet. So your belief in your team members could do so much for them. And it might be just what they need to be able to take that next step in their business, to be bigger and to be bolder with their business. So take a few minutes to love on your team, and then that will conclude our power hour, y'all. So do that. And then you can order your ketones and Keto Go and see all the good and exciting stuff that's happening with our new products, okay?